What's up, collectors? Welcome back to Films by Color. It's the home theater tour video. We're finally doing it, the long-awaited home theater tour. People have been asking for it. I've been saying I'm gonna get to it. We're finally doing it in this video. This is by far the most asked question in my comments section. Well, second. First, obviously, people always asking how I find anything in my color-coded shelves back there. But second, people always asking me what my home theater setup is. People wanna know if I use a TV, if I use a projector, what sound system I have, what theater seating I have, the whole thing. We're gonna answer all those questions in this video. I'm gonna take you downstairs to the basement, to our home theater, and show you everything we got going on down there. Let's get into it. All right, guys, here we are downstairs in the basement. Right here behind me is the theater. This is where we watch all our movies. Right behind this red curtain is where it all happens. So let's go ahead and open it up and show you guys what's inside. They actually had this glass door here when we moved in, so we had to throw up a curtain to keep it dark in there for the projector, but it actually kind of works for the movie theater aesthetic that we got going on with the maroon/burgundy color, and you'll see that in here as well. I'm gonna turn the camera around and show you guys my view, get out of the way so you guys can get a good view here. Here it is. This is the setup. You can see we've got that burgundy color again on the red carpet going all the way down to the screen. And then on either side of the screen, we've got the curtains right there using that same color. There's the screen, a 100-inch screen right there. If my camera will focus, I'll do a quick wraparound view here, show you everything in the room first, do a little overview, and then we'll start getting into the details of everything. You can see we've got the blankets back there again, using that burgundy color. There's the curtain on the inside. We've got the seating right here, theater seating, and then there's the projector up there. Got some surround sound speakers in the back, and then a couple posters of our favorite movies on the walls. We've got everything blacked out in here, and then over here on this side is the bar. We've got the bar set up here so we can make some drinks while we're watching movies. You may have seen that in a couple of the Noir Bar shorts I've done recently. There's the player and the receiver down there underneath the screen. The speakers are in there and along the sides as well. But there's just a quick overview of everything we got going on in here. We will get into the details and the specs of all the tech in just a minute, because that's what I get the most comments about on YouTube. People want to know what projector we have, people want to know what seating we have, people want to know what player we have. So we're going to talk about all of that. And I will say I will have an Amazon list in the description and hopefully in the pinned comment, if I remember, with all of the technology and all the items we have in here, so you can pick up the exact ones if you want to. Links will be down there in the description. But let's go ahead and jump into some of the details here, starting with the theater seating. This is the theater seating we chose. It is from an Italian company called Valencia Seating. You may have heard of them. A lot of other YouTube channels have mentioned them. That's where I heard about them first. You can get these on Amazon. We actually ended up grabbing them from Italy because it ended up being cheaper for us. They were having a closeout sale on the particular model of seating that we liked. I think it was the Piacenza model. All the models are in Italian. We really liked these nice, simple black models. A lot of the newer models had like, I don't know, like a cross-hatching checkered pattern on the seating. We like these simple ones better, and they worked out because they were on that closeout sale, so we were able to get a good deal on them. But yeah, they're really nice. We've got 3 single seaters in the front, and then we went with the couch model in the back because me and Grace like to be a little bit more comfortable in the back when we're watching movies. Just kind of cuddle up back here, and you can fit more people. You can fit about 4 people in the back right there. I'll go ahead and show you what these seats do. There's a little console down here on the left, and it has, first of all, a USB, so you can charge your phone right there. There's also a button that turns on the LEDs, which look like that. They come across the bottom with a little strip, and then the cup holder lights up. Kind of cool, but we never use those because it reflects off the screen. It makes the screen look bad. So not really sure what that's for. And then it's got 2 buttons here. So you push this button here and it will lean back. So that's how far it goes back. Your legs are completely up. You can go almost completely horizontal back there. I don't know why anyone would want to watch a movie like that, but if you want to, you can. We don't usually put it back that far. We usually just pop the legs up a little bit. And then we've got them positioned here so this back one can also go down all the way without touching the wall and without touching the seat in front of it. But these are the seats. They're really nice. We've had them for, oh man, what, like 4 years now? And they've been working out really nice. We've had no issues with them. People love them. We've had viewing parties down here. We just had like a neighborhood party here and watched Polar Express with all the kids in the neighborhoods, and they were hanging out in here and they liked it quite a bit. We also had an Oscar viewing party here just a couple weeks ago, and you can see the rug is freshly vacuumed because John dropped his macaroon crumbs all over the floor, and he also shattered a champagne flute right over here, so I had to vacuum that up as well. Thanks, John. But that's enough about the seating. I'm gonna go ahead and put these back up for now, and we can talk about the rest of the tech in the room. I guess we'll just go right up to the projector next. I've got it turned off right now, but in a minute I'll fire it up and you guys can see what it looks like. This is the Epson 5050 UB 4K Pro UHD projector. It is a beast. It is huge. I don't know if you can read how big it is on camera, but when we first installed it, I was a little intimidated that it was gonna fall on my head because it weighs a ton and it's huge, but the guy did a really good job installing it. It's a great projector. We've had no problems with it. Just make sure you change the filter every now and then. We've had it for, like I said, about 4 years now, and the bulb is still going strong. We haven't had any issues with the bulb. Looks great. 4K looks amazing on this thing. Blu-rays look amazing on this thing. I've had friends come over and mention how good things look on Blu-ray. I don't know what kind of upscaling this does. I'm not a huge tech guy, so I don't know exactly what it does, but it makes Blu-rays and 4Ks look incredible. Before we jump into the player and stuff, I gotta mention this real quick. This is a riser we have back here for the second row of seats. This was already here when we moved in. It's just a plywood riser, but we put some black felt on there just to blend it in a little bit better. There's also this kind of shelving over here next to the seating for drinks and food and everything. That was already there also. Most of this theater was set up when we moved in, which was a big help. All of the staging and the speakers were already hooked up and in there, and the curtains were already there. We did not do most of this, so I can't really help you out on customizing that stuff. A lot of this was already done for us. I just had to upgrade the equipment a little bit. But yeah, we just got a couple posters here. Like I said, one of our favorite movies of all time, probably my favorite movie of all time, It's a Wonderful Life. Talked about it on the channel many times. There's Psycho, another one of my favorite movies. Then we've got Fellowship of the Ring. You've got these lights all the way around. There's 2 on that wall. There's 1 on the back wall, and then there's 1 right here. These are set up on a dimmer, so you can just flip this knob, and you can turn them down, and you can turn them back up. Really, really nice, especially if you're making a drink over here while the movie's playing. You just need a little bit of light. You don't want to turn it on too much, but you just dim it a little bit. Let's go ahead and talk about the player down here. The player is right down here in this little cubby hole down here. It is the Panasonic UB820. Fantastic player. Have had no issues with it. It plays all of my 4Ks and Blu-rays. Even can get it to play some international, like region B, other region discs, which is really nice because I've got a lot of other region discs in my collection. It also supports HDR10 and Dolby Vision as well. So it's a pretty great player, probably the best player you're gonna get for, you know, a reasonable price, not too crazy. I've had a great experience with that player, no issues with it. Again, I've had it for a few years now. Underneath it is just, I actually don't even know what the receiver is called. It's just a standard Sony receiver that I picked up from Best Buy back in the day. Just needed something quick to be able to hook up a 4K player to. So I threw that in there. I eventually want to get a better receiver, maybe some better speakers in here. I actually don't know what speakers he has installed in here. It's the same ones that were here when we moved in. So if you do know anything about audio and you have some great recommendations of speakers, really nice speakers that I could use, these sound great to me. It's just a 5.1 surround sound system. They sound really good. It's very loud. You can hear it 2 floors up in our bedroom. Sometimes Grace will yell at me to turn it down because I have it too loud. But I would like to get some really nice, you know, professional speakers in here at some point. So let me know if you have any recommendations for that. But that's the player. I do recommend the Panasonic, although I also have a Sony X700 upstairs, and I have had no issues with that one either. I know some people have some issues with discs not working on that. I've had no issues with it. They've all played fine for me. I really recommend that player too. That's a little bit cheaper. I think that one's like $170 right now, but both great players. And like I said, I'll link to all this stuff in the description so you can find this stuff. A couple other posters over here. Moonrise Kingdom, my favorite Wes Anderson movie, and then Pan's Labyrinth, my favorite Guillermo del Toro movie. Two great posters right there. We do plan to switch the posters out every now and then. We've had these for a while, so I would like to switch those out. Here's the bar. Like I said, this is just a simple bar. Highly recommend you get one of these bars. We just bought this on Amazon. It's nothing special. Just pop it together and throw some stuff in there. It's been super helpful for us to have this right in here so we can make our second drink while the movie's playing. We don't have to stop and go out there to the kitchen and do everything. We can just hop over here, make a quick drink, and hop back into the movie. It's been great. Really, really good for parties down here. You've got some wine glasses in there, some martini glasses, some champagne flutes, and then we got a dark liquor cabinet down there. There's the light liquor over there, and then just some mixers down there in the middle. And then we also added one of these. I recommend getting one of these cocktail sets. This is just another thing we found off Amazon. It's got everything you need. It's got the shaker, it's got the strainer, it's got a stirrer, it's got 2 different sized jiggers in there, some straws, and all kinds of stuff, everything you need. We did have to buy 2 other things. We had to get a mixing glass for stirring, and then we had to get an ice bucket here to keep some ice down here. And then I just have a couple whiskey glasses down there. But this is great. Love this setup. It's perfect for us. Love having parties down here. I don't think there's anything else to talk about. We do have some surround sound speakers back here in the back, again, that he already had installed, but they work great, sound really good, but I would like to upgrade those at some point. Let's go ahead and get this thing fired up, and you can see kind of what the projector looks like. I know it's probably not gonna be perfect, because you're looking at it through a camera. I just popped in the recent 4K release of A Simple Plan from Arrow Video. Let me turn the lights off so it looks a little better here. We'll dim these ones down. So there it is. Don't know how well you can see it. Like I said, the camera's probably not doing great for the image, but there we go. It's nice and bright. Looks pretty good. This 4K transfer looks amazing, by the way. If you haven't watched Simple Plan yet, perfect winter movie. I know we're getting out of the winter season now, on into spring, but it looks amazing. Really, really recommend that release. And the movie's great too. I had a great time with that movie. Hopefully you can see a little bit of the detail there. We're just on the menu. I don't want to show too much of the movie. I don't want to get copyright. There we go. Turn the lights back on. I did want to mention one more thing. This is the remote for the projector. Nice big remote. But the remote for the Panasonic UB820 is not a great remote. So I did replace the remote with this one here. The main reason I replaced it was because it has a light up feature, which is great because it's pitch black in here and I can never see what I'm doing and I can never find the right button, but that lights up for a few seconds there, which is really nice. The other great feature about this remote is it has a subtitle button right there, which the normal remote does not have. I'll show you the normal remote. This comes with it. A lot of people don't like this remote. I don't think it's too bad. But it doesn't have a subtitle button. You have to go into like the settings and a couple layers deep to get to the subtitles. It's a much smaller remote. It doesn't light up, so that's a big problem. This one is only like $9 on Amazon. I don't know what it is, some off-brand like duplicate remote for the Panasonic, and it works perfect. I highly recommend it. That's also in the Amazon list in the description. But that's it, man. That is all you need. You need a projector, you need a player, maybe a new remote if you want to, some speakers, and maybe a bar. That's it. That's all you need. All right, guys, we're back upstairs, back in the movie room. Hope you enjoyed that little tour of our movie theater setup down there. Hope I answered all your questions. Hope I didn't forget anything. I probably did. If I did, leave me a comment down below. Ask all your questions down there, and I will talk to you down there and answer everything to the best of my ability if I can. Like I said, I'm not a huge technical specs guy, but I did do a little bit of research, as much research as I could as I was picking out all the equipment. It seemed like these were kind of the consensus for best projector and player at a reasonably affordable price. So I did go with those and I have enjoyed them so far. Haven't had any issues. Let me know in the comments down below what you think though. And until next time, keep collecting.